I just wanted to start by saying, as far as Proposition 8 goes, I believe that I am not of a religious affiliation as of right now, and I believe as a person that I love and respect all religions equally, and I love and respect all different lifestyles equally. And with that being said, I was raised as a Catholic in my community for a good 12 to 13 years before I decided that I would like to live the lifestyle as a homosexual. And when I was a Catholic, I was taught something that I thought was truly fundamental to the way I should live my life, and that is to treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And with that being said, I believe that when it comes to marriage, when it comes to equality, and when it comes to everything in this world, we all should be treating each other the way we would want to be treated. When you sit there and say, I want to take away the rights of gays and lesbians and all others who are included in the LGBT community, if you follow the golden rule, you are saying that you would like somebody to take away a marriage from you. And I don't think that that's acceptable. I think that it's wrong, I think it's unfair, and I think it's unnecessary. I think it's discrimination. And that is why I am voting no on Proposition 8.
Yeah.
And peace and love.
I am up here as the advisor to the Gay Straight Alliance. I've been asked to speak because one of the organizers from the other side will also be speaking. Our GSA believes in civil rights. This is nothing but a civil rights issue. California was the first state in the Union to allow marriages between African American and white people. It was the first state in the United States to say that we are not going to stand for inequality. And it is important that California once again stand up against the forces of inequality and against the forces of hate. This is not about protecting families. The way to protect families is to allow all people to be able to marry and to have the same protection under the law, to protect their children, to protect the rights of their children. I was raised as a Catholic, and as such, I was told to love everyone. I was taught to love my neighbor. I was taught that acceptance and tolerance is the way you are supposed to live. Jesus Christ believed in tolerance. Lots of the arguments that you will hear about and against gay marriage says that we should be intolerant, and that is not the way it should be. When you go to the polls, please think about the fact that if you vote yes on Prop 8, you are voting to take away the rights of a specific minority group. That would be the first time in California history, the very first time that discrimination would be written into the Constitution of our state. I hope to one day be married to my partner of 9 years. I intend to have children, and I want those children to grow up. I want those children to grow up in a community and in a state and in a country where equality is valued, where equal rights are valued. I want my children to grow up in an America that they can be proud of. Discrimination is un-American. Discrimination goes against the teachings of the church. Discrimination is wrong. Proposition 8 is unfair. Proposition 8 is targeting us specifically to make us second-class citizens. Please go to the polls and vote no on 8. Please go to the polls and tell the state of California, tell the country, tell the world that you believe in equal rights and that you will stand up against the forces of evil, and you vote no!
A lot of you are here for rights, and that's why we here on Yes 8 are here for Proposition 8, for our rights. Our right to teach our children what we believe in, not to have a school teach our children what we believe in. Marriage is ordained of God, and marriage should be between a man and a woman. I see a lot of you are saying that you want equality. We want equality too. We want to be able to teach our children what we believe in, not what somebody else believes in. And Proposition 8, if we vote no on it, will eliminate that for us.
To understand Proposition 8, you have to go back 8 years. In 2000, Prop 22, which is the same wording as Proposition 8, was passed by 61% of the vote. 61% of California voters said that they define marriage between a man and a woman. In March of this year, the California Supreme Court, 4 judges overturned the will of the people because they perceive that they should define what marriage is. Take away what marriage is, but never should the Supreme Court overturn the will of the people. Had it not been for that, we would not even be here. You want to talk about rights and civil rights, but they have yet to say what right. Domestic partners in the state of California, in the California Family Code, have all the rights that a heterosexual married couple has. It's in the family code. Go check it yourself. This is not about civil rights. This is about protecting marriage, and God, Buddha, Allah, time, society, Mother Nature has defined it. You want to say California is the first to integrate interracial marriage? Do not use that argument. You want to put the civil rights movement of the 60s on your commercials and equate that? This is not the same movement. An African American can't hide that. An African American was fighting for real rights. I am a father of 3, and my number one motive is this, is to protect my children, to teach traditional marriage the way I want it to be taught. You can say that it won't be taught in schools, but you're lying, because it already has. Massachusetts has had same-sex marriage legal for 4 years. They teach a book about a prince and a prince marrying each other. Parents were not allowed to pull their kids out of this teaching. That's Massachusetts. In California, where same-sex marriage has only been legal since March, we've already had a field trip to a lesbian wedding sponsored by the school. A school in Sacramento had a kindergarten coming out, National Coming Out Day. A school in Hayward, on their morning announcements, teach gay rights. You can have your gay rights, whatever they are. No one has said any right, what right you're talking about. Thank you. But you keep it to yourself. We don't hate you. We don't. From the bottom of my heart, we don't hate you. We can't hate no one we don't like. I mean, we don't know. You take that to YouTube. But I don't know you, and I don't hate you. This is about freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of choice. This is about love. A love between a man and a woman is the way God has defined marriage, or whoever you want to worship. There's not a religion in the world does not recognize this. I hope that when you take this, you walk into the polls tomorrow, vote yes on it.
Hello?